What's happening, people? Obviously, I've been a bit busy this week, so I haven't had time to, do my reactions and my thoughts on the Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach fight. But here we are. Let's talk about it. We'll start off with what the fuck is that, mate? Sorry, guys. I just saw something very strange that put me off. But obviously, we had a controversial knockdown in the Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach fight. Before we get into all of that, let's actually talk about the fight as a whole. I did not watch it live because I was using a streaming link. Yes, I was not going to pay for that card because the card from top to bottom wasn't the greatest, so I wasn't really fussed. But my link wasn't working, so I couldn't watch it. Listen, guys, I was a madman. I was literally on Twitter. I went on trending and I written Tank's name, and then I'm literally looking at the latest post and I'm just refreshing. And I was doing that for most of the fight because some of the stuff I was seeing, it was making me think, shit, is Tank gonna lose? So I didn't get to watch the fight maybe until someone released it on YouTube literally the following day, but I was busy. I had training that day, and then the days after that I was a bit busy. I literally only watched it maybe 2-3 days ago. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I think the draw was probably the right call. I don't think Lamont Roach did enough to get the win. I mean, let's talk about the earlier rounds. The earlier rounds were quite even. There wasn't much in it. And then I think from round probably 7 or 6, from round 6 or 7 onwards, I think each of them had their moments where they just stole a round from each other. But I think the overall fight was quite even. I don't think Lamont did enough to clearly get the W. And this is not to take anything away from Lamont's game, but I even said it to my brother before I watched the fight. From the little highlights I saw, and even now that I've watched the fight, Tank didn't look himself. Something was a bit off about Tank's game. I didn't like the fact that he didn't have Calvin Ford in his corner, well, as the main coach in the corner. And Tank didn't look himself. Obviously, I can't take anything away from Lamont's skill and his game plan because he came into the fight correct. But with all that being said, I still think Tank just looked off. He didn't look himself at all. Obviously, if they do the immediate rematch, there's a few tweaks that I think Tank needs to make. Because he just didn't look the same. I'll be honest, I don't know what it was. Maybe it's all this talk about retiring, because you know what they say, once a fighter starts talking like that. So yeah, he just didn't look himself. But yeah, I wasn't too impressed. I mean, listen, Lamont came out, he showed up, he put on a good fight for the fans, and he's earned a lot of respect from the boxing community after that. Obviously, Shakur Stevenson and a few other guys are talking shit. Fuck you, Shakur. Tank will still... You're not Lamont's Roach. Fair enough, your skill level might be better than, but I'm sorry, Tank will stop you. I beg, just shut up your mouths, idiots. But yeah, shouts out to Lamont Roach. Let's talk about round 9, because obviously that's where we had the very controversial knockdown. So obviously Tank Tank came out and said that he got his hair done 2 days ago. Let's actually get the post up. Where is it? Where is it? I saw the post not too long ago. So anyways, I'm trying to find the post here, but he said he got his hair done 2 days ago, and grease got into his eye, so he took the knee so that he could get his eyes wiped instead of getting caught while his eyes were burning. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm not saying he's telling the truth or he's lying. But I'm going to say this, anyone that has braids or cane rows or any hairstyle that's similar to that will tell you, yeah, this is why when I go training, I always have my do-rag. Because when I first started training, I had cane rows. Well, funny enough, when I first started getting cane rows done, I started going training. That's when I started my martial arts journey. And I remember I went training a few times, twice, I think it was twice, without putting my do-rag on. I would bring the do-rag, but I just wouldn't put it on. And oh my God, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. You see when that grease, because I think it's gel they use or whatever, but that's why from now on I'm not using gel. So all you hairstylists that can do cane rows without gel, with the natural oils, or I think some people use water, I might be wrong, hit me up. Yeah, if you see this video, hit me up, because boy, when that sweat and the gel or the grease, whatever you want to call it, goes into your eye, believe me guys, you're gonna feel that shit. And I'll be real, I wouldn't even want to be fighting, and that's happening. That's why when I start fighting, I don't know if I'm gonna have cane rows. If I can't find anyone to do my cane rows without gel or grease or whatever, then I don't think I'm gonna have cane rows, because listen, that feeling is mad. Like you'll literally be like this for time. Then you get the towel, you wipe it, you have to wait a few seconds or a couple minutes. So Tank's even lucky that it wasn't worse, because I'm telling you guys, anyone that has cane rows or braids knows exactly what I'm talking about. Obviously, his hairstylist has come out chatting shit, saying, no, that's not, I've got the post here saying that's no excuse. How much grease did I use? And she shows all the stuff. It's going to be on the screen for you guys to see anyways, but yeah, to be honest guys, she can say what she wants, but I'll keep it real. Yeah, that it will definitely affect his vision. So I mean, people can say what they want, but I've seen slowed down versions of the exact that exact moment in round 9, and I'll be honest, Lamont didn't land. So if anyone's saying it's actually a knockdown, they're bugging. And I believe WBA have come out and said that it wasn't a knockdown because it didn't land. I'll be honest, it didn't land. I've just seen something. Cambosis doesn't believe Gervonta Davis would beat Haney, Teofimo Lopez or Lomachenko. Allow it, Cambosis, bro. Shut up, man. I'll be real. Tank definitely beats Devin Haney. But yeah, I can't find it. But yeah, I saw a post earlier that said apparently. Ooh. Okay, it's under review. It's It's under review. Okay, let's see it here. Boxing Commission delivers major update on Gervonta Davis knockdown controversy after draw with Lamont Roach. The New York State Athletic Commission has revealed it is officially reviewing the knockdown controversy. Bro, why is I'm having a tongue twister today? Controversy that's marred Gervonta Davis's draw with Lamont Roach on Saturday night. Davis and Roach could not be separated by the judges after 12 rounds as the former retained WBA lightweight title at the Barclays Center in New York. I don't care about all of that. So, yeah, they are reviewing it. But like I said, guys, I've watched it numerous amount of times and it was not a knockdown. What's next for Tank? I think he's got to run that rematch back. I'll be real. But listen, I'm going to keep it real, yeah. Because Tank's even talking about leaving boxing soon. Bro, I'm going to keep it real. Fight Lamont Roach. Do what you need to do. Well, Lamont Roach Jr. Do what you need to do in that fight. Win that fight. And then I'm going to keep it real, bro. You need to fight Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney. And possibly call it a day. You don't really need to rematch Ryan Garcia. I mean, you could, but you've already beat him. You stopped him. But I'm going to be honest, Gervonta, I'm not even the biggest boxing fan. But as a boxing fan, for you to actually, don't get me wrong, you faced good level opponents. But I think for me, in my opinion, for you to cement your legacy, you need to fight at least 2 more of the best fighters in your weight class. And if you don't, I'm going to keep it real. As much as you're going to be talked about as one of the best boxers to have ever lived, I'll be honest, your resume, this is what people need to understand, whether it's MMA or boxing or whatever combat sports. Yes, you get ratings for stepping in the ring or octagon and having X amount of fights and putting on X amount of shows and having wars and etc., etc. But what really cements your legacy is what you do, how you do it, and the people you've done it against. So Tank has to fight the best in his weight class, because if he doesn't, I'm sorry, guys, and I'm a big Tank fan, but if he doesn't fight Shakur or Devin or even who else is in that way, so I can't think off the top of my head, but if he doesn't, I'm not gonna lie, his legacy is not going to be as good as it should be. And that's just my opinion. But anyways, that's enough for Tank Davis. I know you guys are tuning in this Saturday. We got Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev. You guys make sure you watch that. I'm sure you've watched my video of my predictions and breakdowns. But quickly, you know what I forgot? You know what I just remembered? Because we're talking about boxing, we might as well talk about it. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, let me get this post up. Why is my internet moving like this, bro? I'm connected to Wi-Fi and fucking my... Alright, cool. So I'm sure most of you would have seen the news, but Dana White has now started his boxing league, which will have a similar format to the UFC. Obviously, I know a lot of people are not happy about that. Turki Al-Sheikh has teamed up with Dana White, I believe. And boy, this is going to change boxing, man. Because as much as people won't like it, there will be some big fighters signed to this league. The name of the league, I can't remember. But yeah, I'm going to be honest. This is going to change boxing forever. this new format might actually work. What's going to happen to people like Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren? They'll still be around because, you know, not everyone's going to want to join the boxing league. But, yeah, these lot have a new rival on their hands. Will it do well? We'll see. Will my question is, what's the pay going to be like? Because I'm not being funny. If a boxer can potentially get paid more by not joining your league, why would they join your league? But we'll see. We'll just leave the video with this comment from Dana White. This is a little comment that he made, which I get the comment and I like it to an extent. And it goes, get rid of the 5 different champions, 5 different sanctioning organizations, just one. I mean, it's not a bad idea, because that's why there's so much politics in boxing, and why you don't always get the best fighting the best, because this promoter and that promoter, they can't agree on this, they can't agree on that, blah blah blah. This guy wants more money, this whatever. Whereas in the UFC, there's none of that bullshit. If you don't want to fight the best, if you're the champion and you don't want to fight the #1 contender, then you'll possibly get stripped of your belt. Even like with all this undisputed stuff, this is why we have so much drama, and even getting these undisputed fights, there's so much drama. Because look at Canelo now, I saw the news. Canelo's fighting some guy called Skull or something. But the only reason why he's fighting him is because when he beats him, he gets the belt, and he now becomes undisputed. So when he fights, if he does fight Terence Crawford in September, it's going to be undisputed versus undisputed. Look what happened to Usyk and Tyson Fury. Usyk had to vacate one of the belts, and that's why Daniel Dubois is champion, because I can't remember what organization it was. I don't know if it was WBO, but they basically said if Usyk doesn't fight Dubois, who is his mandatory, then he has to vacate the belt. And this is the bullshit that you get in boxing. So if this league does happen, it will be good in terms of it'll get rid of all of the bullshit politics. Will it work? We will see. UFC has worked up until this point. So who's to say the boxing league can't work? But we shall see, guys. But anyways, it's Big Ems. As usual, have a good one, guys. In a bit.